So, few months back, when I was taking a walk in my island, I overheard a few tourists talking about how old a mosque was and why it was not being renovated. And the only thing that I could think to myself was, what? How do they not know this? This is something faced by tourists all around the world as well. They are becoming increasingly disconnected from the cultures of the countries that they are visiting. You know, I wanted to learn more about Chinese culture once I got here, but it's not easy. Guided tours and going to museums cost a lot of money and takes a lot of time. Maybe I just don't have that time to give. And I have been engaging in activities without understanding the cultural significance of them, just like millions of tourists. We aim to provide tourists with a solution for this and ensure that all cultures are understood and respected. Learning is not that simple though. It should be seamless, especially when I'm on vacation. And it should not just be facts. I want to be immersed in the stories of the cultures. It leaves the biggest impact. Researchers prove that this is the case. There's also more. Research from UNESCO suggests that there are also other factors like gender, mother tongue, and cultural factors that affect learning. All this data was validated by talking to a few tourists. There are existing solutions to this, like the National Geographic Education, but these are not interactive. Only supports a few languages, and honestly, I cannot just sit there watching a screen. It's boring. AR headsets used in some museums today are also not enough. Content is manually created and limited only to the museum itself. You might now think that we are going to be creating just another AR headset in a sea of many. The AR and VR market is worth $40 billion, and there are also many cheap and sleek alternatives now. We will build upon this base of AR devices to ensure that tourists around the world can experience and immerse themselves in the cultures in the way that they want. Tourists can use a technology in any AR devices, including their phone, to address all of this. It can be used anywhere to learn seamlessly during your day. Like, let's say you walk into a cultural parade, you will learn everything about it while enjoying the parade itself. Content can be told as stories with visualizations too for any language and any culture, as we used advanced AIs and scraping to meet all demands. We do recommend using AR glasses as it provides the best experience. Here you can see a traditional song from our country, the Maldives. Once you put on the glasses, you can experience this like never before. Here's the mosque that I was talking about. If the tourists had this technology, they could learn without any difficulties. They can learn about architecture, clothing, music, and more. They can keep learning by asking questions. I could be anyone, an Italian, or just a Divehi speaker even. There are no limitations to learning about culture. We provide support for any culture, anywhere. No matter your culture, your background, or specific learning needs do not matter, as we will be able to provide auditory, visual, and textual inputs using different formats of delivery for each user by plugging into the tracking features of AR headsets. We will also be able to provide all this to you in over 100 languages using open source models. This solution increases cultural awareness among tourists, which also builds trust and respect for the country they visit. We all know that sometimes locals hate tourists because they don't try to understand their culture. We will fix this. We will build communities and increase cultural tourism through cultural education. Economically, there is a demand for such a product. Technologically, it is feasible because all the features we have mentioned are modifications to existing open source models. Everything will be hosted on the cloud to keep the hardware dependencies minimal. We will also ensure that privacy is protected and automatic moderation is implemented to ensure everything is educational only. We use many different implementations of AIGC to achieve such a task, from visualizations to experience generation. AIGC is at the core of our product, but is implemented only where it is required. This is Team MindSparkle, and we really hope to transform cultural communication through education. Thank you.